Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Wehry History and Entertainment News in the Berkshires and beyond. As 2025 rolls on, many different arts and entertainment companies are announcing their seasons. On this episode, I'll be discussing Berkshire Theatre Group, Barrington Stage Company, and Jacob Pillow seasons, plus focusing on events at Clark Art Institute and Thunderfest in Adams. In addition, I'll be reviewing the film Gladiator II. First, it's time for this episode's trivia question. This episode's question is, what was the first film ever shown at the Berkshire International Film Festival? Now, for this episode's local headlines. As stated at the beginning of the episode, Barrington Stage Company in Pittsfield has announced their season. On a previous episode of WWHEN, I discussed that their first show of the season would be the musical Camelot. During that episode, dates were not yet announced, but now they are. Camelot will run from June 25th through July 19th. Besides Camelot, BSC has announced more shows as well. First will be the piece Eisenhower, The Price of Ground, running from June 3rd through June 8th at the Boyd Quinson Main Stage. This focuses on former President Eisenhower and his Army career and presidential life. Next will be the show N.A. Yes, this is what it is called. It is another political piece focusing on Congress. This will take place from June 4th through June 22nd at the St. Germain Stage. Up next is the musical Fuzzy. This musical is a heartfelt puppet piece similar to that of Avenue Q, but more for families. This will take place July 18th through the 27th at the St. Germain Stage. Next will be the one-woman show, Joan. This will focus on the life of comedian, talk show host, and red carpet queen, Joan Rivers. This will take place from July 21st through August 17th at the Boyd Quinson Main Stage. Finally, the comedy King James will premiere at the St. Germain Stage from August 12th through the 31st. This focuses on friendship and a basketball a world away. There could still be more shows to be announced. Visit barringtonstagecode.org for more information. Another place that has recently announced their schedule is Jacob's Pillow Dance Festival in Lenox. Jacob's Pillow has announced the slate of acclaimed dance companies performing on its iconic outdoor Henry J. Lear stage, rounding out the calendar of ticketed performances that'll comprise the dance festival's 93rd season in the Berkshires. Lear stage performances will be held Wednesdays through Saturdays for all 9 weeks of Festival 2025, offering one-night and two-night engagements by companies dancing Afro-contemporary, Afro-Caribbean, swing, tap, ballet, jazz, indigenous, modern, West African, and more. In a notable change from previous years, outdoor performances will begin 30 minutes earlier, meaning that all Lear stage performances will begin at 5:30 p.m. Performances by artists of the Berkshires on Community Day and by the contemporary ballet, contemporary, and tap dance ensembles of the school at Jacob's Pillow round out the schedule. The 2025 festival was curated by Artistic Director Pamela Taichi, Associate Artistic Director Kim Chan, and Associate Curator Melanie George, supported by International Advisor Kathy Levy and Producing Director Holly Jones. For more information, visit jacobspillow.org. Our next stop takes us to the Clark Art Institute for a new exhibit called Pastoral on Paper, exploring the romantic and historical lenses through which many of the leading artists of the Baroque and Rococo periods represented rural life. This exhibition offers a fresh perspective on the emergence of landscape as an independent genre. This exhibition opened on March 1st. Visit clarkart.edu for more information. There are other exhibits going on, including the Marielle Capana exhibit I discussed earlier on WWHEN. Please note that the Clark Art Museum is free admission throughout March. Our next stop takes us to the Berkshire Theater Group for a couple of concerts. The first is the Drifters, the Platters, and Cornell Gunther's Coasters. Relive the golden era of rock and roll and doo-wop with the nostalgic evening celebrating 3 of the world's most iconic musical groups. Experience the legendary hits of Cornell Gunther's Coasters, whose playful classics like Charlie Brown, Yakety Yak, and Poison Ivy defined a generation. Enjoy the timeless romance of the Platters, featuring 4 powerhouse vocalists delivering beloved songs such as Only You, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, and The Great Pretender. And don't miss the Drifters, one of rock and roll's pioneering vocal groups, performing their 50-year catalog of hits, including Under the Boardwalk, Up on the Roof, This Magic Moment, and on Broadway. This concert takes place on March 15th at 7:30 p.m. The other concert being held is Best of the 70s with Dizzy Fish and the Uptown Horns, led by powerhouse vocalist and guitarist Eric Herbst. Dizzy Fish has wowed audiences alongside icons like ZZ Top and Steve Miller. With world-class backup singers Angela Clemens, Sherry Colley Jennings, and Emily Benninger, whose collective credits include collaborations with Aretha Franklin, Carole King, and Michael Jackson, this group delivers unparalleled performances. Adding to the magic, the Uptown Horns, famed for their work with Bruce Springsteen and James Brown, elevate the music to new heights. This concert will be taking place on March 22nd. Visit BerkshirTheaterGroup.org for more information. For our next story, we'll be doing a brief history of the Berkshire International Film Festival. The Berkshire International Film Festival, or BIFF, was founded in 2005 by Kelly Vickery in Great Barrington. The 4-day festival features independent films for filmmakers and film aficionados, with showings of features, documentaries, shorts, and animation, as well as panel discussions and special events focusing on filmmakers and talented artists from both sides of the camera. Additionally, the BIFF has honored or had several events with actors and filmmakers. These have included Kevin Bacon, Kathleen Kennedy, Patricia Clarkson, Greta Gerwig, Yo-Yo Ma, John Landis, Karen Allen, Bruce Dern, Christopher Plummer, Rachel Weisz, Alfre Woodward, Stephen Lang, and Martin Scorsese, just to name a few. To be eligible to be shown at the BIFF, films must be a Berkshire premiere, which means films must not have previously been screened in the Berkshires, with the exception of Berkshire fundraising film events. The Berkshire International Film Festival takes place at the Triplex Cinema in Great Barrington every May. Passes are currently available. Visit the website shown here for more information. The Berkshire International Film Festival also provides the answer to this episode's trivia question. As a reminder, this episode's question was, what was the first film ever shown at the Berkshire International Film Festival? The answer is A Prairie Home Companion. The film is a fictional representation of the behind-the-scenes activities at the long-running public radio show of the same name, by Garrison Keillor. The film garnered positive responses and was featured in film reviewers Roger Ebert's third collection of great movies. For our next story, we will be visiting the Wehry Theater in Great Barrington for a comedy event. Patton Oswalt continues to leave his distinctive imprint across all areas of entertainment. From his award-winning comedy specials to his many, many guest roles on television. In 2020, Oswalt's Emmy-nominated Netflix special, I Love Everything, was widely applauded upon release. And he received a Grammy nomination for his comedy album of the same name. In 2017, he received Grammy and Emmy nominations for his album and Netflix special, Annihilation, which addresses his own devastating loss and dealing with the unexplainable while making it all painfully funny. In 2016, he won the Emmy for Outstanding Writing for a Variety Special for his sixth comedy special, Talking for Clapping, and a Grammy Award in 2017 for his comedy album. He has been nominated for a total of 6 Grammys and 4 Emmys. Additionally, he has shot 8 TV specials and released 7 critically acclaimed albums. In 2009, Patton received his first Grammy nomination for his album, My Weakness is Strong. The show will take place on March 22nd. Tickets are selling out fast, so make sure to visit wehry.org for more information. For our next stop, we will be visiting North Adams. North Adams is one of the biggest cities in Berkshire County. So what made North Adams the way it is today? North Adams was first settled in 1745 during King George's War, when the most western of a line of defensive forts was built along the bank of the Hoosic River and occupied by Massachusetts military and their families. The town was incorporated separately from North Adams in 1878 and reincorporated as a city in 1895. The city is named in honor of Samuel Adams, a leader in the American Revolution, signer of the Declaration of Independence, and governor of Massachusetts. For much of its history, North Adams was a mill town. Manufacturing began in the city before the Revolutionary War, largely because the confluence of the Hoosic River's 2 branches provided water power for small-scale industry. The next big business in North Adams was Sprague Electric. With state-of-the-art equipment, Sprague was a major research and development center, conducting studies on electricity and semiconducting materials. After World War II, its products were used in the launch system for NASA's Gemini missions. and by 1966, Sprague employed over 4,000 workers in a community of 1,800. From the post-war years to the mid-'80s, Sprague produced electrical components for the booming consumer electronics market. But competition from abroad led to declining sales. And in 1985, the company closed operations on Marshall Street. Its closure devastated the local economy. Unemployment rates rose and population declined. After Sprague closed, businesses and political leaders in North Adams sought ways to reuse this vast complex. This is how Mass Mocha was born after years of Sprague being unused. Today, Mass Mocha is one of the biggest arts and entertainment facilities in Berkshire County. For our next portion, we'll be reviewing Thunderfest in Adams. This awesome outdoor winter festival was born in 2012 as a downtown activity after the Thunderbolt ski race on Mount Greylock. It has become an annual winter outing for residents and visitors alike. Held outdoors at the Adams Visitor Center on 3 Hoosick Street, admission is free to a festival full of music, food, and fun in the celebration of winter in the Berkshires. There will be live musical acts, local craft beer and local wine, great food, outdoor recreation, and craft exhibitors. Activities include a toasty campfire with marshmallows and other activities for the kids. Leased pets are welcome, so it's fun for the whole family. Historic train rides by Berkshire Scenic Railway will also be available right across Hoosick Street at Adams Station. Thunderfest will be taking place on Saturday, March 22nd. The rain date for Thunderfest will be the next day, March 23rd. Visit the website shown here to purchase tickets. It's now time for this episode's movie portion of WWHEN. This episode, we will be reviewing the film Gladiator II. The movie takes place 16 years after the first Gladiator ended. The story follows the son of the returning character Lucia. Much like the first film, he is captured and forced to compete in gladiator events. There is more to the story than this, however. So, what did I think about this movie? I actually have mixed feelings on the film. The action scenes are great, and the movie looks stunning. Plus, bringing popular actors such as Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, and Denzel Washington was a great marketing move. However, Gladiator II is missing something. It follows too many of the same storylines that the first Gladiator had. The movie doesn't take many risks and fails to try anything new. It just feels like a reboot, not a sequel. So while the movie is good, it is not a worthy sequel to the classic film. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, I can only give Gladiator II a 6. That ends this episode of Wehry History and Entertainment News in the Berkshires and beyond. If you would like to watch this or any other WWHEN episode again, you can visit PCTV's website shown here, or my YouTube page at RT Wehry. And I want to thank CTSB TV and NBCTC for showing my show on their public access station. Thank you.